All right, Desperately Seeking Susan, take one. Hi, my name is Shayna, and I'm looking for my sister Susan. This is how I remembered you. This is what you looked like the last time that I saw you. And here's what you looked like growing up. And you have a niece that greatly resembles you. I'm looking for someone who was born as Susan Balson, not to be confused with Susan Balson, whom Susan was named after, and that Susan is in her 50s or 60s. My Susan was born probably about a year after I was, I think in May of 1980. And so the last time I saw you, you were probably about 6 or 7 years old, and it was in a courtroom daycare center, and this movie, The Neverending Story, was playing in the background, but I don't know if you were still there for that. And so this is one of the things that reminds me of you. The song from American Tail, Somewhere Out There. I am thinking of you. I'm saying a prayer that we'll find one another. That reminds me of you. I have a scar on my chin that people ask about, and it came from when you and I were playing tag, and I had stopped to look at something, and I'd love to tell you about that. And you bumped into me, and I fell down and hit my chin on the cement. And please, you were so sad, and I didn't want you to be sad because it wasn't really your fault, but you didn't know that. I don't know for how long, but for maybe a little while. I know for sure that you lived at Betty Stone's house, in her foster home. You were with our younger brother Leslie, and you were with our two older brothers, who were then Jay and Kim. And I was very jealous when I got there and you were no longer there. And some other girl showed up, and that didn't help. If anyone has information regarding Susan, please email me at 3trueblues@gmail.com. THREETRUEBLUES@gmail.com. And I know that you also have had some medical issues, and our other siblings have had those as well. One of our relatives that has had contact with your family, our natural paternal grandmother, she was true to her word with your parents. She didn't tell us where you are or where you were. And I've been wanting to look for you for a long time. And we're adults now. You're all grown up. And I'm hoping that your parents understand that I'm also an adopted kid, and we appreciate our adoptive parents. Even when we try to look for our natural families, it doesn't mean that we're not grateful. It doesn't mean that we're trying to be disrespectful to our adoptive family. It can be very difficult. We can sometimes feel like they might feel that we're betraying them. That's not what it's about at all. It's just it's not difficult for people to think of twins separated at birth being connected again. It makes sense to them. The same thing, even though we're not twins, we're still sisters, and you still mean a great deal to me. And that's it. If I never get to talk to you, I want you to know that I love you and that I tried to look for you. Again, everyone, here's the poster. And I can't really tell if you can see that very well. Let's see here. I'm not doing a good job of it, but I'm looking for Susan. She was born as Susan Balson. She lived with Betty Stone in her foster home. She was adopted. She has a different last name. She was probably born in May of 1980. She grew up in the Los Angeles area. And you have one of my daughters looks a lot like you. And again, that is how I remember you. That is the last time that I saw you. And not the girl in the middle, but the other pictures around her. That's you growing up. So, again, contact me, Shayna, 3trueblues@gmail.com. THREETRUEBLUES@gmail.com. Thanks so much and have a good day, everyone.